Well, here we are. This is Eddie Fitzgerald speaking, a cartoonist, and here with John Kricfalusi, famous imperial cartoonist, a wonderful man, and Callie, erstwhile cartoonist and painter and wonderful person. John, just what do you think of this stuff we're looking at right now?
It's funny.
Sounds good to me.
I miss the ship with the closing doors. Boy, that dirty old ship they used to have with the closing doors that was rotting. I was on a ship like that once. My dad took me on it when I was a little kid.
Here's one of those sets.
Oh, yeah, the table things.
Tabletop. Stereo optical process.
You better lock up your doors today, 'cause Abba Hassel is on his way. Go in hiding when I go riding. There's me and...
I just love how Popeye cartoons start with a song.
So you can remember the cartoon by the song?
Yeah, when we were kids, we would sing all these songs, and we'd remember every cartoon. And they're good songs, too. They used to do satires of, who's that Broadway musical composer? They do, like, satires on cats and stuff. Musicals that don't have melodies.
Oh, I know who you mean. I just can't think of it.
All these songs actually have melodies.
Mm-hmm.
Abu Hassel. You've got to hand it to this, that bandit, 'cause I'm one terrible guy.
So these are twice the length of a regular cartoon short.
Mm-hmm.
Two-reelers. And I think the Fleischers really figured out the right way to do this. It's too bad they didn't do more. Like, I love there's a crazy close-up.
Oh, nice.
I like it when things are shiny.
Look how look at the way she sits. The
know
way her
what?
knees are there.
It looks like they're drawing them a little bit cuter, though, in this cartoon.
Yeah.
If they took out some of the details. Some of the facial details, the wrinkles and things that they would do in close-ups.
Yeah, they're a little rounder and shinier in this one.
Yeah. This design is different than the design in Sinbad.
Whoa. All arms. All hands on deck. Clear the deck for action. Hey, this ain't nothing for women. We're out hunting bandits. Sealing zero.
Olive Oyl makes any cartoon better.
She's
They ought
almost
to
like
rent
a
her out to
spider.
other studios. Yeah, she is.
Fly across the street, huh? Skip the gutter. Maybe I should trade this in. Something is definitely wrong. I'm right, it's wrong.
I love black clouds. Oh, nice.
Rib cage.
That's a real rib cage.
Yeah.
Not a cartoon rib cage.
Actually, that's a painting. It's not three-dimensional. Or is it?
Well, no, in the foreground, that's three-dimensional. You can tell by you can see shadows from some of the equipment. Like on the left side of the screen.
Wow, what an eye.
It's like an amoeba's version of somebody's skin.
She has such a tiny torso.
That's the way Eddie likes it.
Oh, all legs.
He likes a stubby torso.
Oh, it's a disappointment.
Oh, Wimpy.
Ay, ay,
Like an ape
ay, ay, ay. Cakewalk.
Invisible garages that you can't see on the desert, that's all it is.
Myron Waldman, one of the animators at Fleischer's, told a story about Max, saying that Myron was animating a scene in a Betty Boop cartoon where Betty or somebody had to pick up a glass, and he animated it just sort of straight, normal. And Max said, no, this is a cartoon, Myron. You've got to animate everything with a wave cycle. And Myron was all mad about that. And he said, boy, when they made me a director, I sure put a stop to that.
The cartoon.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like the wave.
I know, me too. Look at this. This is great. I wonder if we
Yeah.
put a stop to that, too.
Did you see
It's
her
funny
as a camel?
because when you read like Leonard Maltin's of Mice and Magic, some of the animators didn't like to do the cartoony stuff.
Is that
They-
true?
Yeah, they would talk about how wonderful the Disney animation was. And they were ashamed of doing cartoony animation, which I don't understand.
Oh, like
Yes.
Carlo Vinci wanted to be at Disney.
Well, I don't think he was ashamed of what he was doing.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted to work on the Disney musical stuff. But he wasn't a Fleischer animator.
I'll ask in here for bandits. But first, we'll go get a cup of coffee over here. Come on in.
Goody, am I so?
Nice. Look at Olive. Look. Oh,
Wimpy.
walk.
That's a great background.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Yeah, we don't do ultra long shots in animation so much anymore, especially not on television.
Because you have to be able to draw.
Oh, well, that's
No
the reason.
perspective.
Service.
Yeah, that's what we want. Service.
Service. Oh, there you are, huh?
I like that language.
The thumbs. Or not the toe thumbs.
I can read reading, but I can't read writing.
All those look like Popeye's face, the writing.
It's funny that I'll bet about
Hey, this Chinese...
75% of the dialogue in these cartoons wasn't written. It's just ad-libbed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like that.
Jack
doesn't it?
Mercer and May Castell just made up lines. Anytime you don't see their mouths move and you hear them talking, it wasn't written.
It's improv, yeah.
It's just improv.
Boy, 45 cents for eggs and bacon, that was a lot in those days. It's an expensive restaurant.
They're in a different country.
Popeye's upper class. Boy, nothing second rate for Popeye.
Towns and villages, beware! You better lock up your doors today, 'cause Abu Hassan is on his way. Go in hiding when he comes riding. There's him and his...
I remember in the 80s when we were working on Filmation and Hanna-Barbera cartoons, if we did anything like having a radio come to life, there's no way in hell it would make it through.
Yeah, radios can't come to life.
That's right. I've never seen a radio come to life. How can a radio dance? That doesn't make sense.
What
Take that
happened
out.
to imagination in cartoons?
These are full
None
of
of
it,
this.
though.
We couldn't have got away with any of this stuff. If we did stuff like this, they would tell us that we would lose the audience. Kids wouldn't believe in the cartoons anymore.
Oh, we lost the executives, though.
That we defy you to cross his path if you dare!
It's funny, at Disney, riding a horse would be a big deal. It would take forever to do it. These rocking chair type horses, they do it without thinking. Yeah, sure. When do you need it? 2 hours, fine.
That was quite a compliment.
Oh, no, actually, I meant that in a complimentary way. I like the Disney way of doing things, but I just like to see cartooniness for its own sake, too.
Great layout.
Yeah.
They have super great layouts. All these cartoons are really clever.
Mm-hmm.
They're really, really well planned. That's really funny.
Holy cow.
It's amazing.
It's like a set design for the stage.
Right.
I can't understand it.
Come on. Oh, there's a big bag of wind blowing through here someplace.
Hey, shirt.
Shirt. Hey, give me back me shirt. What's the big idea? Stop in the name of the postcard. Come on, give me closer. Who are you? Up.
Oh, you little tough guy.
Bluto's voice is great.
But half the price, I'll tell you that.
2 cents, Reagan.
Whoa. Hey, your penknife's dead. I'll straighten it out for you.
Ah.
Oh.
You, I show you.
Hey, I hurt somebody with that thing, huh? Whoa. You got rheumatism. Yeah, I'll fix it for you.
Can you imagine if you walked into a studio today and nobody'd ever heard of Popeye and you said, I got a great new character. He's 75 years old.
He smokes.
He's got swollen wrists. He's bald. He has a butt for a chin. He's a chain smoker. And he beats the crap out of everybody.
including his
women.
girlfriend.
Even his girlfriend. But when he beats up his girlfriend, it's only by accident. Will you buy it from me?
And his muscles turn into objects.
Pointing the candles at both ends. Hey, let me out of this thing.
Oh, nice pattern.
Oh, look at those hands.
It's called boxcars when they do that, right? They go through frame like that.
Teeth, 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 teeth.
How do they come up with these weird noises that they make? Teeth, 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 teeth.
They definitely don't write that in a script, do they?
I don't know. Well, they don't have scripts. They write it all on storyboards. But they ad-lib a lot, too, so who knows at what stage they came up with each gag. I mean, the story goes that Dave Fleischer would go from animator to animator and add gags along the way, even after the story was already storyboarded. It seems like everybody on these cartoons had fun. In every department, whoever did the storyboard was having fun. The voice actors were having fun. The animators sure had fun.
Yeah.
Everybody got to contribute something creative to it. Obviously, the musicians were having a good time.
Hey, what am I hanging around here for? Come on, let's go. Oh, oh. That's using your head. Where did those guys go to?
Great poses.
I'll show him a thing or two. He take it with him. Oh, taxi, taxi. Follow that abacadabra Hassan guy, will you? Come on. Get going. They're way ahead of us. Atta boy, show him your...
Look at that.
That was a cool transition.
How do they make it look so much like an animation background?
Think of all the work that would go into making one of those sets just for a couple of shots.
Yeah, did they really save money?
You'd have to work, for a month or something to build one of those sets.
A lot of gas for only a 2-cylinder. That's enough for you, young fella. Here we go. Up, hey. Whoa. That's fast. Hey, what did it do?
That's such a great painting, yeah.
Just beautiful layouts.
Yeah.
Come on, the whole 40 of you will take on one at a time. Come on.
Open sesame!
Open what?
Well, the noises that, I guess he's Alibaba in this cartoon makes. Ha.
When I was a kid and I used to read the Olive Oyl, the 40 Thieves, the whole idea that you're in a mountain and a bandit can open with the magical words had a lot of impact. I mean, it just seems so mysterious and interesting to me. That whole generation was entranced by it. And yet you look at it today, it doesn't have quite the same effect. It's still interesting, but it meant more to this generation. Something about that. Maybe they're used to reading like they were.
This is the one-way street. Tippy-do, tippy-do, tippy-do. I gotta give all these jewels back to the people. Tippy-do, tippy-do.
Oh, those are like little cardboard cutouts, the jugs and things. You can tell by the shadows.
Oh, they were? Oh.
Yeah, they're flat.
Yashi.
Gashi.
Yashi.
Oh, what a misuse of Olive. That her hand should have to be put to that use.
Oh, poor Wimpy.
What use do you have in mind?
Well, I was thinking of elegant eating and dining.
Look at Pluto's mouth.
Yeah, nice cycle.
Great sound effect.
Hey! Must be thieves around here.
Oh, boy, now's my chance. Hey, you gotta give back all them jewels to the people you took. Oh, hello, Wimpy. How did you get in here, young fella?
Everything's animated in loop-de-loops.
Yeah.
Super fluid.
Heavier than I do. Oh, Popeye! My darling, my sweetheart.
Nice entrance, nice timing.
Look how cool this is.
Yeah.
Wow.
The caves in the far back, I think those are also flat cardboard cutouts by the way they look.
Huh. Well, I'm amazed that you could see that.
I'm young.
Oh, all right. Now this is degenerating here. We want to keep this on a high tone.
Highbrow.
Hey, you're liable to hurt your teeth on me. Whoa. Oh, yeah. Boy, somebody's gonna be sorry for this. That'll hold you. Open.
Oh, nice cartoony head on Popeye.
They should have made features in this style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One time, Philo! Hobby Dobby, Hobby Nobby, Hobby Dobby, Hobby Nobby, go!
Oh, yeah.
Gee, if I was animating, I'd like to animate Olive Oyl, but my second choice would be Bluto. Especially if we could do close-ups.
Hey, how'd you like to go for a little ride? Here we go.
Two-time, Philo!
I wonder why they only made 3 of these.
Of the 20-minute ones?
Yeah,
Good question.
They're like mini features, aren't they?
yeah. They came out before Snow White.
Yeah.
Here I am. Over here. Take a ball.
Come out here, where you be?
Here I am. Over here. I see you. Everyone.
Come out here, I got you.
Oh, yeah? There.
Philo!
Five, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Oh, yeah? How does that strike you?
I wonder who supervised the backgrounds for Popeye. Because they're consistently so beautiful. In the black and whites and these color films.
Oh, that's cool.
Art. Yeah.
Looks like a bike chain that they used.
Hey, God, a bunch of white corpuscles. There she is.
Dream gal.
Refreshed at the fountain of Popeye.